The knock came at sunset. Heavy, authoritative. I was kneading bread dough, flour on my hands, hair messy. "Just a moment," I called, wiped my hands, smoothed my apron, opened the door, and froze. A man stood there, tall, broad, dark hair, eyes like storms, wearing a cloak that cost more than my cottage. Behind him, guards, horses, a retinue. "You are Mira," he said, not a question. "Yes?" My voice came out small. "You returned my horse this morning." I found a horse, brought it to the stable master. But I did not know it was mine, my personal mount, worth more than this entire village. Fear shot through me. I did not steal it. I found it wandering. I wanted to return it. "I know." His expression softened slightly. "That is why I am here." He looked at me for a long moment, then said something that changed everything. "You saved that horse's life, and you asked for nothing in return. I need to understand why." That morning. My name is Mira. I am Omega, 26 years old, a healer in a small village. I live alone. My mother taught me herbs. My father taught me animals. Both dead now, 5 years. I make my living treating sick livestock, injured dogs, the occasional human when the village physician is drunk. It is a quiet life, lonely sometimes, but peaceful. That morning I was walking to the market. Dawn, mist still hanging over the fields. I took the forest path, faster, prettier. Heard something. A horse, distressed. I found him off the path. Massive, black, beautiful, tangled in thorn bushes, bleeding, panicking. The rescue. The horse was terrified, eyes rolling, fighting the thorns, making it worse. I approached slowly. "Easy, easy now. I am here to help." Soft voice. Calm. My father taught me, animals sense fear, sense intent. I had no fear, only wanting to help. The horse stilled slightly. I got closer, touched his neck. "Good boy, we will get you out, I promise." It took an hour, carefully cutting thorns, talking constantly. My hands got torn up, blood mixing with his. But finally, he was free. I checked him over, cuts on his legs, his chest. Nothing deep, nothing broken. Lucky. I treated the wounds with herbs from my bag. He stood patiently, trusting. "There, all done. Now, whose are you?" He wore no saddle, no bridle, but he was too fine to be wild. Someone owned him. Loved him, probably. Someone was missing him. "Come on, let us get you home." I led him out of the forest. He followed willingly, like we had known each other for years. The village stable. I brought him to the village stable master, old Gareth. Good man, new horses. "Gareth, I found this horse in the forest, caught in thorns. Do you know who he belongs to?" Gareth looked up, went pale. "Gods above, that is the king's horse." "What?" "The Alpha King's personal mount. There was a search party out this morning. He went missing during a hunt yesterday." My stomach dropped. The king's horse. I did not know. "Where did you find him?" "North Forest, caught in thorn bushes. He had some cuts. I treated them." Gareth examined the horse. "You treated him? With what?" "Yarrow for bleeding, comfrey salve for the cuts, basic field treatment." Gareth looked at me like I had grown a second head. You just found the king's horse, freed him, treated him, and brought him back?" "Yes. What else would I do?" "Most people would. Gods, Mira. This horse is worth a fortune. You could have sold him, ransomed him, demanded a reward. He was hurt, and he belonged to someone. I just wanted to help." Gareth shook his head. "You are either very kind or very foolish. Perhaps both. I will send word to the palace. They need to know he is found. Should I stay?" "No need. I will tell them you found him. Now go. Before they ask questions you do not want to answer." I left, thinking that was the end of it. I was wrong. The King's Discovery King. Theron Blackwood received word within the hour. treated, returned, by a village woman who asked for nothing. He went to the stables immediately. Storm was there, eating hay, calm, wounds expertly treated. Who found him? Theron asked the stable master. A healer from the village, Your Majesty. Mira. She brought him in this morning. What did she ask for? As reward? Nothing, Your Majesty. She did not even wait. Just said she found him in the forest and wanted to return him. Theron frowned. Nothing? She did not demand payment? Recognition? No, Your Majesty. She said he was hurt and belonged to someone. That was all. Theron examined Storm's wounds, clean, properly treated, professional work. She did this? The treatment? Yes. Freed him from thorn bushes first, apparently. Spent an hour cutting him out. Theron was silent for a long moment. Storm was his most prized possession. A gift from his late father. Trained from birth. Irreplaceable. When Storm had gone missing during the hunt, Theron had panicked. Sent every available man searching, prepared to offer massive reward. And this woman, this healer, had just returned him, asked for nothing. I need her address, he said. I spent the afternoon treating a farmer's sheep. Hoof rot, common, tedious to treat. I did not think about the horse, did not think about the king, just focused on work. When I got home, sun was setting. I started making bread. Routine, comforting, kneading dough, thinking about nothing. Then the knock. Heavy. Authoritative. I opened the door, and my world tilted. At her door, the man was overwhelming. Presence that filled space. Dark eyes that saw everything. You are Mira, he said. Yes? You returned my horse this morning. My brain caught up. His horse, the king's horse, which meant, you are the king, I breathed. I dropped into a curtsy, awkward, flower-covered. Your Majesty, forgive me, I should have... Stand, please. I stood, face burning. I did not know it was your horse. I found him and wanted to help. I know, that is why I am here. He looked past me, into my small cottage. May I come in? Yes, of course, though it is very small. I do not mind. He dismissed his guards with a gesture, entered my cottage. Alone, the Alpha King, in my cottage. The questions, he looked around, at my herb bundles, my simple furniture, my bread dough on the table. You are a healer, he said. Yes, Your Majesty, mostly animals, some people when needed. You treated Storm, my horse. I did what I could. The cuts were not deep, just needed cleaning and salve. You spent an hour freeing him from thorns. He was panicking, making it worse. I had to be careful. He looked at my hands, scratched, cut, still healing from the thorns. You hurt yourself. It is nothing. They will heal. You could have left him, called for help, let someone else handle it. He needed help immediately, and I was there. You did not know he was mine. No, I just knew he needed help. The king was quiet for a moment. Why did you not ask for a reward? I blinked. A reward? Storm is worth a fortune. You could have demanded payment. Gold, land, anything. Why would I do that? Because most people would. But he was hurt and lost. I just wanted to get him home safely. Why would I demand payment for doing the right thing? The king stared at me, like I had said something profound. You truly mean that. Of course, it would feel wrong to profit from someone's distress. He sat, uninvited, at my small table. Tell me about yourself, he said. Your Majesty, I am sure you have more important. Indulge me. So I did, told him about my parents, their teachings, their deaths, about becoming a healer, living alone, finding peace in the work. He listened, actually listened, asked questions, seemed interested. You are content here, he observed, in this small village, this simple life. Yes, it is honest work, helping. It It matters. You do not want more? Wealth? Status? What would I do with wealth? I have enough. A roof, food, work I love. That is more than many people have. He looked at me like I was a puzzle he could not solve. You are unusual. I am ordinary, just trying to do good where I can. That is what makes you extraordinary. The proposition. He stood. I came here to thank you, and to offer reward. Your Majesty, that is not necessary. Let me finish. He pulled a pouch from his cloak, heavy with coin. This is gold, enough to live comfortably for years. He set it on the table. I cannot accept that. You can, and you will, because I insist. But I did not do it for money. I know that is precisely why you deserve it. He paused. But I am also here with another proposition. Your Majesty, I need a royal healer, someone who understands animals, who has integrity, skill. The current one is retiring. My breath caught. You are offering me a position? Yes, at the palace, caring for the royal horses, hounds, hawks, with a salary, chambers, resources. I do not know what to say. Say yes. This is my home, my life. I cannot just... You can, and you should. Your skills are wasted on village livestock. You could do so much more. He stepped closer. But I am not just offering this because you are skilled. Then why? Because I have met hundreds of people, nobles, warriors, advisors, and none of them have your integrity, your kindness, your goodness. My face burned. I am just extraordinary. You are extraordinary. And I want you close, where you can... He stopped, looked frustrated. I am saying this poorly. He took a breath. When Storm went missing, I was terrified. He is all I have left of my father. He means everything. When word came that he was found, I was relieved. But when I learned you had returned him, asked for nothing, I was stunned. I came here to thank you, to reward you. But when I walked through that door and saw you, flour on your hands, bread on the table, kindness in your eyes, I realized something. What? I whispered. That I do not just want to thank you. I want to know you. I want you in my life. Not just as a healer, as something more. My heart hammered. Your Majesty, you do not know me. I know you saved my horse without knowing whose he was. I know you asked for nothing. I know you live simply and find joy in helping others. I know you have integrity most nobles lack. He reached for my hand, stopped, uncertain. May I? I nodded. He took my flower-covered, thorn-scratched hand. Come to the palace, not just as a healer, as someone I can court, properly, if you will allow it. Court? You want to court me? Yes, if that is acceptable. I am a village healer. You are the king. I am a man who recognizes something rare when he sees it. And you are the rarest thing I have ever encountered. My choice. I looked at him, the Alpha King, in my cottage, holding my hand, asking permission to court me. It was insane, impossible, but his eyes were sincere, vulnerable. He was not ordering. He was asking. This is overwhelming, I said. I know. I am sorry. I should not have. I am doing this wrong. No, you are doing it. Honestly, that is what surprises me. I took a breath. If I come to the palace as a healer, would I still be able to help people here? The village? Yes, of course. You could travel, help wherever needed. And the courting, would I have a choice? Could I say no if it does not feel right? Absolutely. I would never force. I am asking, not commanding. I looked at my cottage, my simple life, then at him, this man who came to thank me for doing something any decent person would do, who saw value in kindness, in integrity. All right, I said. All right. I will come to the palace as a healer, and I will let you court me, but slowly, with no expectations. His face transformed. Joy, relief, hope. Slowly, I promised, no pressure, just a chance. A chance, I agreed. 3 months later, life at the palace was different. I had chambers, resources, access to rare herbs. I treated the royal animals, and traveled to villages weekly to help where needed. But the best part was Theron. He courted me slowly, properly. Walks in the gardens, dinners where we actually talked, writing together. He asked about my work, my thoughts, my dreams. He listened, and I fell for him. The man, not the crown. The person who valued kindness, who understood duty but chose compassion. One evening we were in the stables. I was checking Storm's old wounds, completely healed. He is perfect, I said. No scarring. Full recovery. Because of you, Theron said. Because of basic treatment. No, because you cared. Even when you had no reason to. He moved closer. Mira, I need to tell you something. What? I'm in love with you. My heart stopped. I have been falling since that first evening. When I saw you covered in flower, unpretentious, kind, you are everything I did not know I was looking for. Theron, I am not asking for an answer now. I needed you to know that this is real, that you have changed everything. I touched his face. I love you too, I said. You do? Yes, I did not expect to, but I love who you are, how you lead, how you care. He kissed me then, soft, reverent, perfect. 1 year later, we married in the palace chapel. Simple ceremony, intimate. I wore wildflowers in my hair. He wore his father's cloak. Storm stood witness, healthy, strong. I became queen, the village healer who returned a horse, the woman who asked for nothing and received everything. That night, in our chambers, Theron pulled me close. Do you ever think about that day? He asked. When you found Storm. Every day, it changed my life. Mine too. If you had left him, or demanded reward, or we would never have met. I think we would have. Eventually. Somehow. You believe in fate? I believe in kindness. And I think the universe rewards it. Sometimes. He kissed my forehead. You are wise, and kind, and mine. Yours, I agreed. As you are mine. And I thought about that morning, walking to market, finding Storm tangled in thorns, spending an hour freeing him, never knowing whose horse he was, never asking for reward, just helping because it was right. And by evening, the king was at my door, changing everything. People say kindness is its own reward. And that is true. But sometimes, kindness opens doors you never knew existed, leads you to places you never imagined, brings you love you never expected. All because you chose to help, without knowing whose horse it was, without asking for anything in return, just doing the right thing. That is the secret. Not kindness for reward, but kindness for its own sake, and trusting that the universe will notice. The end, she found the king's horse tangled in thorns, spent an hour freeing him, treated his wounds, returned him to the stable master, asked for nothing, never knew whose horse he was. By evening, the Alpha King was at her door, stunned by her kindness, her integrity, asking permission to court her. Sometimes the most powerful act is helping without knowing who you're helping, asking for nothing because the act itself is enough. That kind of goodness changes everything. What moment touched you? Finding the horse? The hour of freeing him? Asking for no reward? The sunset knock at her door? The king's vulnerability? The slow courtship? The love confession in the stables? Share your favorite. If this story moved you, like and subscribe for more tales of unexpected kindness. Kings recognizing true worth, simple lives becoming extraordinary, love built on integrity, and the magic that happens when you help without expecting anything in return.